There are 28 students in a class. 16 of those students are men. What percent of the class are women? Give your answer up to one decimal place. Alright, so before we move on and discuss how to solve this question, let's just write down all the data that is given to us below this question. So 28 students in total, out of which 16 are men. We need to find the percent of the class that is female. So in order to find the number of female students in the class, we can simply subtract the number of male students from the number of total students. So 28 minus 16, and we're left with 12. So this is the number of women in the class. Now with that done, it's a lot easier to find the percentage of the women in class. We'll see how. So we have done questions like these. The only difference being that in questions that we've done earlier, we were given percentages and we were given a total amount, and we had to find what number did that percentage or that fraction out of the total amount come out to be. The case here is that we're not given a percentage, so our percentage is X percent, but we are given a total number which is 28, and we're given the number that this particular fraction or this particular percentage is equal to, so that number is 12. And we have done questions like these before, if you remember. We had a certain percentage and we had off a total amount. So X percent of 28 is 12. So this X percent right here is the percentage of the women in class, and if we multiply that fraction or that percentage by the total number of students in the class, what we get is 12. So let's see what this percentage comes out to be. So knowing that X percent is the same as X over 100, we can write a percentage as a fraction with denominator 100. So X percent is the same as X over 100, and this off that we have written here can be converted or replaced by a multiplication sign. So we have X over 100 multiplied by the total number of students, which equals to the number of women in the class. Now this equation right here is very simple to solve. Let's see what this gives us as our answer. So 28x multiplied by 100, what I did is I multiplied both of them, equals to 12. Now we can multiply these, or more specifically cross multiply these. So 28x equals to 12 multiplied by 100, which is 28x equals to 1200. And since both of these numbers, or this variable and this number, are being multiplied, if I shift 28 to the other side of the equals to sign, 28 will be divided by 1200. So what we would get is 20x equals to 1200 over 28, and what that gives us is 48.85. Now since we're required to give our answer in one decimal place, we can round it off to 48.9, and since we're working with percentages, we cannot forget the percent sign. So 48.9% of the class is women.